I think we live, y'all. Hold on. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. It's been a minute. I feel like I forgot how to do this, but I'm sure I'm gonna catch on real quick again, okay? Y'all can hear me? Let me put this loud ass phone on. Do not disturb, so we're gonna hear this buzzing all night. Y'all can hear me? You can. Thank you. I'm sorry. Ain't no music today. Ain't none of that. We're gonna get into this conversation. We ain't gonna be in here long. I was told that I can't have my sign up because of the wording, and I ain't playing no music tonight because Mechee not playing with YouTube, and so my attorney has contacted them about the little BS they be on. So we gonna follow their rules for tonight, at least. But tonight we gonna follow these rules, okay, y'all? Y'all give me a second. Let me put this phone do not disturb. So we'll keep hearing this buzzing. And y'all know I gotta get my folks on MX Network on. I got to go on over there and get them on. And then we'll get this party started. Y'all do me a favor, like this video, share this video, subscribe if you have not, call your mama and them, your grandma, you know, all that stuff. Give them a call. Everybody talking about something else. We talking about Trump, talking about these migrants and everything else. But we got something we got to talk about tonight that not many people are talking about. But we're gonna talk about it, okay? We've talked to some of her people down there. So we're gonna have this conversation and talk about what's going on with Sonya Massey. All right. So y'all share this video and like this video so we can get some folks in here. All right. And we live on MX Network. Shout out to everybody on the network. How y'all doing? So look, I got a couple of announcements I want to make. We give everybody a minute to get in here. I don't know how these algorithms gonna do because you ain't been here in a while. And we talking about stuff that ain't really in the algorithms right now. I'm surprised. How many of y'all have heard about this conversation? Because I don't see nobody on YouTube really talking about it. So of course, this is not going in their algorithms. Hey Walter, how you doing? So anyway, y'all got I've been busy all day, Mechee. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? I got my little bob in the bun because I've been working all day. We just left the boot camp. Shout out to my boot camp folks. Somebody said only you. You for real? See, you ain't with them algorithms. Don't nobody really care. Don't nobody care. I think it's ironic because I just recently put on YouTube. If you notice, everybody's like, Mechee, where are your videos? They're gone. They're over on MX Network. They are not over here. As I said, we got a little beef back and forth going on with YouTube. So we have taken down all of the videos. They are on MX Network if you guys would like to watch them. Other than tonight, I'm actually going to be over on MX Network. We have several shows coming up, but that's where we're going to be. That's where we're going to be for the rest of the week. We do have some good stuff we're going to talk about. So I may be live tomorrow. I don't know with my schedule because I have a whole lot to do. I was busy today too, but I was like, I got to get up in here, y'all. Shout out to you. My cash app is $Xyayx with my name. Make sure you spell it right though. So anyway, we'll be over there the rest of the week to talk about more stuff. On Tuesday, everybody, we will be talking about survival, okay? So I know that we're lost in a whole lot of stuff that's going on out here. We're not really talking about stuff that might necessarily be the important stuff, but still you need to learn how to get your survival on. Y'all all scared because Trump is about to be the president, so y'all swear the world about to come to an end. So I guess your ass better get ready then. So you can survive the end of the world. But anyway, on Tuesday, you guys, we are going to have, it is a free show. You can come over there. You do have to get your subscription to MX Network, though. You can get a free one and you can watch it. Of course, it will be free while the show is on, like all of the lives. And then after that, it will only be available to the paid subscribers. Okay. But we're going to be talking about surviving, right? We're going to talk about the mindset of survival. There's a certain mindset you have. I teach this class at all of our survival events that we have, but then we're going to get into what's in a bug out bag and a bug in bag. Everybody still keep asking me that. So I have paperwork for y'all. The links will be in the chat for that video. So you guys can click on them. I will email them to everybody, but of course you may not know what it's about if you don't come over to the live. Okay. But you will have a checklist, you guys, so you can go through what you need to put in yours. We're also going to talk about a survival preparedness preparedness plan, right? If you've never done that, we're going to talk about how you create that with your family. I'm going to give you some paperwork to do a list for that so that you know how to have a survival plan, right? And that's what a lot of things, when you like, what is that? It's a whole lot of stuff that you need to be prepared for with your family, right? Now, you have family that's not always with you. So what if something happens and they're far away? You got kids that's in other states and things like that. You need to have a plan, right? So we're going to talk about all of that. We will have some paperwork that I will be giving everybody. Of course, links. You can go open them, download them, do whatever you want to do with them. But that's going to be over on MX Network. We're also going to get into, if I can get live tomorrow, you guys, we're going to talk about TD Xyayx, okay? I don't know how many of y'all saw TD Fakes, and he was over there on the pulpit falling out, you know what I'm saying? And his chest was hurting. My chest would be hurting too if the allegations that just recently came against him. So we are going to watch that, but we're going to do that on MX Network because we got a conversation to have. And we definitely cannot have that conversation on here. Besides, I get a lot of people who support me over there in MX Networks. That's where we're going to have them conversations. We're not going to be over here on YouTube too much until we figure out these issues that I'm having with YouTube, why they keep playing, right? So we're not going to keep playing these games with them. So we're going to just be quiet for a little bit over here until we get all of that stuff sorted out. So with that said, we are going to be talking about TD Xyayx. If not tomorrow, then we'll come back on Wednesday and do that, because Tuesday we'll be doing our survival show, you guys. But he has some pretty bad allegations against him. I don't know if you guys know it. That's probably why he fell out and was clutching his chest. I will fall out and be clutching my chest too. We are going to play the video. There is a pastor. I don't know why he's a pastor either, but because he's been accused of certain allegations against young people. But he was basically saying he was groomed by TD Xyayx and some of the things that he did to him. Now, this is allegedly, but we're actually going to play some of what he said, okay? So we're going to take a look at his video and the allegations against him. And of course, TD Xyayx is saying, oh, you know, I'm going to sue for a person talking about me. My understanding is that his name has come up in court paperwork when it comes to Diddy. Okay. Now, we don't know if that is, it's not that necessarily they're putting charges against this man, but his name is in the paperwork. How? I don't know how, but I'd be clutching my chest if I was TD Xyayx as well. So no wonder he fell out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was on purpose or if his heart was really hurting, you know, but, you know, we're going to have a conversation about that. I think that there is a lot of BS that goes on in the pulpit when it comes to pastors and the things that they do. And I think that it's time we have that conversation. I'm sure that we've had that conversation over here plenty before, but we're going to have it again, okay? And we're going to talk about TD Xyayx and some other folks as well. I am really disgusted, and I'm not perplexed, because I understand this happens all the time and we turn a blind eye to it. I will say this, that in the church, I have found, and y'all have to remember, and if you don't know, I will remind you tonight that I was a pastor, not just a Christian, for many years. And I will tell you that the church house is one of the most hypocritical places I've ever been in my life. Where I watch people who are full of crap, and for everything that they turn around and they say that they are against and is a sin, they commit every last one of those sins. They stand on the pulpit, talk about Pharisees and Sadducees with these certain robes on. You are the Pharisees and the Sadducees that you speak of. And, you know, I find it real funny because I look at what I do today, and a lot of people will say to me, you know, Mechee, you're always calling people out. Well, when I was a pastor, I was calling people out too. I think this is just my calling, to call out the people who like to hide in the dark and shine a light on their bull crap, right? Because when I was in the church, that is the same thing I did. There were plenty of pastors who were full of crap. I called them on their mess. If I ever got invited to preach in a pulpit, I probably did not get invited back, because I gave the word unadulterated and what thus the Lord said. Can I get an amen? And it was usually telling the church about their bull crap. I would go into churches and people would be talking in tongues, and when I had to interpret it, it was always a message that y'all on some BS. And so pastors did not like to see me coming. They would want to know, what is you doing here? Go to your own church. For why is you in my pews today? Why is she in here? Because she gonna jump up and say some stuff before church is over. And usually I did. I want y'all to know I am in my calling, and I stay true. I've always been about helping people, no matter what I was doing it in what lane. And I've always been about calling out the hypocrites in the lanes that I walk in. And so people get mad at me when I'm always calling out the fake activists and the folks that be playing these games. But that's what I've always done. That's what I'm always going to continue to do, okay? So we're going to have that conversation about the church house, y'all. So y'all make sure you get your subscription. So in the bottom of this video, there are lots of links tonight, okay? So you're going to find links to the video that we're going to be doing our survival on MX Network. Go ahead and click that and get your free subscription. Or if you know you love your girl, you get you a paid subscription. Shout out to some people who subscribed today. I sent out that email and y'all came and got your paid subscription. So thank you very much. I appreciate you for that. But go ahead and make sure that you get subscribed and hit your notification over there so that you will be notified when the video is live. So you can come in there and get all of that good information, okay, about what you need to do for survival and making your list, all right? But you and your family will be better off for it. If you have a family, then you owe it to them to make sure that you know what to do in situations. You know, you think these things aren't going to happen to you, and then they do. And if you're the person that's in charge of your children and your household, man or woman, then you be looking real stupid when your family is in a bad situation and you don't know what to do. So don't let that be you, right? Come on over and be a part of that live. Next, you're going to look down there and you're going to find there's some events going on. Shout out to my brother Q, you guys. So Xyayx Institute, has an event that's coming up. What is this? This is next Saturday and Sunday. So it's next Saturday and Sunday, you guys. I will be in the building. Y'all be in the building. Even if you do not have children, still come on down and hang out with us. There is a link to that. It is free to get in. We got food. We got all kind of stuff. It is a 2-day science expo. We have plenty of dope speakers. I am one of them. And then we also have fun, the food. There's going to be classes going on for the children and for the adults. So if you want to learn a little bit of coding and how to make video games, if you want to know how to use a 3D printer, they're going to be doing all of that. We have some really dope projects that these kids are creating. So please come down and support. We have raffles. We're giving away all kind of stuff. And we are actually giving away 2 3D printers, but you got to be in the house to get that 3D printer. Now, if you don't understand what a 3D printer do, maybe you should come and figure it out, because, you know, you can be your own manufacturing company and make whatever you need with that 3D printer right in your living room, okay? So y'all make sure y'all come down and y'all support the babies, right? And the next generation of our engineers that are in this STEM school and all the work that Q is doing, okay? So the link to that, please go ahead and click that if you're going to be in the area so we know how many people are going to be in the house. That link is down there as well. The link to the live that I said, you guys. Also, shout out to my boot camp. A lot of you guys have still been saying, Mechee, when you having another class. So I do have another boot camp coming up, you guys, January the 5th. I did have a sale on it, and if you missed it, you missed it. But I also have a class. It's on the 21st of December, I believe it is. The link is down there, and the class is only $39. Use the coupon to get it off. It is a 1-day class. We're going to be in there about 2.5 hours, but I will be showing you all of the websites, all of the steps, and everything to do for 3 ways for you to start making money online that don't cost you nothing to get started, okay? Now, my boot camp, I taught everybody these ways in the first week. I have people who have already done these things and they have already made money. That is in my boot camp. If you in the comment section, you can shout out and let them know that, okay? So anyway, we'll have that class. That class is a 1-day class. You will get the replay of it. So after it's over, it will get emailed to you. You will be able to watch that link whenever you need to, if you need to go back and look at it. So, you know, if everybody's scared about what's going on with Trump, I suggest you learn how to make you some money then, right? If you think all the prices are going to go up and the world going to come to an end, you need some money so you can be ready for when the world comes to an end. Y'all be out here panicking like a bug. This shit is funny to me. So anyway, I have that class. I do have the boot camp if you want to take the full 6-week boot camp where you're going to learn over 10 ways. We are in that now. We're halfway done. We have about 2 more classes left. Shout out to my boot camp class. Y'all been doing a great job, and everybody that's in this succeeding, right? Shout out to you. Somebody said that how to make money online webinar was excellent, and that was free. That was free, TC Dan. Now, let me tell you something. If you want me to go into detail, I promise you it's well worth it. Boot camp is off the chain. If you ain't never been to the boot camp, I promise you. Y'all think y'all be excited after one class. You have another class that we present 3 more whole ways, and then you be excited all over again. I tell you, I think the biggest issue with the people in my boot camp, you know what their biggest problem is? They don't know what they want to do. They be like, Mechee, it's so much I want to do everything. That be their biggest problem. It don't be that none of it is not Mechee. Just don't work. You ain't teaching us nothing. You know what their biggest issue is? They don't know where they want to get started because it's so much that they can do, right? Shout out to you, even Steven. What's going on? Lay you back. And so anyway, you guys check that out. Again, I have the boot camp. That's a little bit more. It is $299 for the whole 6-week boot camp. You have 12 classes. But if you just want to get your feet wet and you like, look, I want to learn how to make some money online, but I don't want to have to pay a lot of money to do that, then I'm going to do that on December 21st. Okay. There is a link in the description of this video. There is a code you can use at checkout that's going to give you a little bit of money off. It makes the class less than $40. Okay. And so maybe you want to get your feet wet that way and see what's going on first. Okay. If you want to see the free one where I go over in general all of the ways to make money, it's not in detail to show you all the steps, the sites, and all of that good stuff, which is the boot camp is for, then you guys can go over to MX Network and you can get a paid subscription. And for just $12.99, you can watch all my videos that y'all missing over here that I took away, but you can also watch that video too. So you have all these levels. For $12.99, you can learn the basics on some ways you can make money. For $39.99, you could come and learn 3 free ways you can make money, which my students have already made money with in the boot camp. And we're not even done with the boot camp with those 3 ways, and it didn't cost them nothing to do it. Or you can come to the boot camp if you want to go all the way and get into the water, wade in the water. I teach you all these ways. You're going to be so happy, have your chest hurting like TJ. Okay, y'all. I'm tired today. When I'm tired, I get stupid. Okay, some people get hungry and get tired. They get angry. I get silly. Okay, so I think there's some other links down there to something else, but I cannot remember. Oh, no, that is not down there. Anyway, check out the links in the description of this video. It's a whole lot of them. Support my brother Q and the event that we are having, you guys. It would really mean a lot. Y'all come out and say what's up to me and just have some free food with me. You know what I'm saying? You grown, but you might need a code in class. You're going to get one for free. You know what I'm saying? You might get that 3D printer and then learn how to manufacture, and then you can figure out how to make some money. I help you make a website. Now you could be making stuff in your living room like you in China, and then you could be selling it. Bam. And for you know it, you have some money too. So, y'all come out and y'all support us on the 14th and 15th. All right. So click that link down there. Shout out to everybody over here on MX Network. Let's get into this conversation because I do not want to be here all night. And I don't want to keep y'all all night. Although I have missed y'all. I feel like I've been over here forever. Look, at YouTube is hating. Y'all, they mad at me because I call my attorney on their ass. That's why. Look, it's 480 people there. What kind of shit is this? Y'all treating me like my name Dr. Watkins. What is 477 people doing in my chat? You way more people here than that. What is y'all doing? I ain't never seen this little bit of people. They must be really mad at me. They don't they said her attorney done called her. You stop that bitch's notifications. Why they playing this fire that people here? How long we been live? We gonna get into it though. They gonna have to watch the replay if they get their notifications. Yeah, YouTube be playing. YouTube be playing. That's what it was. Thank you. Somebody said my hair is pretty. Thank you. Look, I just put this in the bun. I actually got a haircut. I got a whole bob. I don't know why, because I'm too lazy to do it. This the I'm lazy hairstyle, but thank you. See them edges going back. I'm still a little bald over here, but we working on it. I'm put them braids down for a little while, y'all. But thank you. Thank you. So now let me tell you about that, though. There is one more link in there that reminded me of it. So there's another link down there, you guys. I wanted to tell y'all about a company that I partner with. And I don't partner with many companies, but I use their services myself. And so there is a link down there for a legal company that I pay on it $37. They start at $29.99, but I only pay $37 because I have an up plan. And they actually are, for that cost of money, they actually have written letters to YouTube and got on their ass because the way they demonetized me and my channel was really outside of their guidelines, but they do not allow you to contact them. They don't have any number for you to talk to nobody. So they have a legal department. So we made sure they sent them paperwork to their legal department. So we're taking care of that now. But the dope thing about this company, I do want to say to everybody, and if you are interested in the company, to go look down there, we have an app on our phone. And 24/7, you can push that app in emergency situations and an attorney will be on the phone with you, right? So if I'm driving down the street and the police go to pull me over, I can push that app and they will be on the phone. By the time the officer comes to the window, I could be like, and just hold my phone on speakerphone and let my attorney talk to the officer. I love that shit. Like, I never wanted to get pulled over, but I'm waiting to get pulled over now. Like, what? Give me my phone. I'm looking forward to it, right? They're going to get to the window, ready to talk some junk. I know this is, Georgia, he's probably going to be a black officer, but but they be playing some buttholes too. But when he gets to the window, my attorney going to be on the phone. Like, how can I help you? They're going to be like, who that's on the phone? Oh, that's my attorney, sir. But you can use them in all kind of emergencies, y'all. I'm telling you, for starting at $29.99, I think it is a dope thing to have an app and have the police on the phone. Child Protective Services come to your door. Don't answer it. Call the office. Call the lawyer on the app. And let them talk to the person at the door, because you don't always know your rights, right? You get arrested for something, tell them give you your phone. You know how you be like, I ain't talking till I get an attorney. Well, baby, you got an attorney. Tell them give your phone. You about to call your attorney can talk to them on speakerphone, okay? You get traffic tickets. You ain't got to go to court. They'll do the traffic ticket for you. Just take a little upload and you do it on your phone, and they'll take care of the ticket for you. Go to court for you. They do all kind of stuff. They help you with child support if you need to go to child support court. If you're trying to get divorced and it ain't contested, you need to change name. You're trying to adopt a kid. They do all kind of stuff. And so at the end of the day, they probably on my nerves. I'm on their nerves. They're not on mine, because I have called them ever since I got the app. They told me I could have unlimited consultations. So I be calling them every day. Like, look, I was at Publix and they put the wrong tag on that item and they told me I couldn't get it. And they'd be like, yes, you can. And then we'll write them a letter. So I call them all the time. They probably tired of me, but the service that I can call as much as I want. So that's what the hell I be doing. Okay. So whatever. But for real, I do have them. They contacted YouTube. They've contacted my Instagram because they demonetized me, talking about I went against community guidelines because I had a rose growing out of the concrete. Now, you know, you lying and you done took my money away from me and y'all playing games. Okay. And so, yeah, I got them on all kind of damn stuff right now, going over everything. Dope part is I also had a consultation about my son, because when he took his plea deal, the attorney that did it actually kind of played him, and it was some conflict of interest going on based on the parties, the people that she knows personally. And so I wanted a consultation to see if there was something that they could do, even though he took the plea deal, and they're actually looking into it. And I have not paid any extra yet, but if they go to court for my son and start doing this stuff, I get 25% off of all of their services. So for me, I think this app is a motherfucking lifesaver. Okay. Somebody said, what's the app? It's right. The link to it, legal shit, is right down in the bottom of the description, right? The link is in the description of the video. So go click it. They have all kinds of services, y'all. They have the family plan. If your kids is dependents, they're away at college, you can put them all on the plan with you. They have plans for business. If you are a CDL driver, for $32 a month, I believe it is, you can be covered for that. They will fight to make sure they don't take your points away, because that's your livelihood. If you get a ticket and you in one state, because you're a truck driver, you driving, guess what? You don't have to go back to court in that state. They will go to court for you. You don't even have to show up. They take care of all of it. So yeah, so it's finally somebody because I ain't partnering with you just because you want me to partner with you. You got to be offering something to my community that can use it. And I would tell you, aside from everything else, that app that I can call the police, I could call the police. That did it for me. You know, I'm just waiting to use it. Like, I want somebody to get behind me so I could call. I'm waiting on the day now. I used to be scared when the police get behind me, not no more. I'm waiting to have my office on the phone with my attorney. Hold on, officer. My attorney want to talk to you. So anyway, y'all, that's the other thing I need to say. I'm tired, but it came back to me. So anyway, check out the description, the links in the description of this video. All of that stuff is there, you guys. And it might be something else that I forgot about, but it's down there, okay? So anyway, y'all, let's get into this conversation so I can get out of here. I got some cornbread and black-eyed peas to go eat and a drink that I want to make because I have had a long day. So anyway, you guys, somebody said you talking to a lawyer, paralegal, you're talking to a lawyer. And they connect you with lawyers in every facet. So if you call them about your landlord, they're going to connect you with a lawyer in your state that does landlord laws. That's what they specialize in. If you go to the store and there's an issue at the store, they give you a lawyer that deals with consumer law, right? So they give you people who specialize in what it is that they do. You're talking to an attorney, okay? Thank you, Dan. Thank you for that donation. If called a po-po ho was a person, it's Mechee. I was like, I called my attorney on the class on the app or whatever. You said you missed class. Well, don't worry, you gonna get the replay tonight. Yeah, I didn't see you in the. You now that you said that, I did not see you in the chat. Don't worry, you'll get the replay tomorrow. You can watch it tonight. Class was good. We went over some really good stuff tonight in class, but you get the replay tomorrow, y'all. But no, you're talking to an attorney, y'all, okay? You get unlimited consultations about everything up to an hour. You can call them about all kinds of stuff, okay? So anyway, you guys, let's get into this conversation because I don't want to be in here all night. I'm already tired. I keep messing up words and forgetting stuff. So I need to go on and get my butt off this computer. I've been in front of this computer all day long. So anyway, y'all, let's have this conversation. Though, like this video, share this video, subscribe if you have not, hit that notification bell. More importantly, come over to MX Network because YouTube is now mad at me. You can clearly see with these views. I don't know what we do with these views. Usually it'd be this many people in here in 5 minutes. They playing too much. We done been in here almost 30 minutes. Look, waiting on some folks to come in. We about to go ahead and get on with this conversation, okay? But anyway, you guys, I don't know if you did watch it. If you don't, you have a chance. You can go back and watch it on my page. There's not many videos here. Matter of fact, all the videos that I have on here are just about Sonya Massey at this point. When we went down to the rally that they have for her, and then we went to the community meeting that is on here live, and then we did a special on our network when we spoke with her family and everybody in her community, and that is actually here. And then you have this video today. So actually every video on my page at this point is about Sonya Massey. Okay, shout out to you, Walter. Thank you for that donation. I appreciate your support every time you come in here. Shout out to you. So anyway, if you guys want to go watch the special, you can go watch that. It is on my page, so you guys can see that. But so I know that we're talking about a lot of stuff, right? We're talking about Trump. We still talking about immigrants and all of those different things that are going on. But I don't know how many of you have missed, because this has been out maybe about a week already, and I noticed that it's really not being talked about, right? And we have to stop doing that. We have to stop getting upset in a moment when something happens to somebody. And to me, that's part of that desensitizing, right? We watch Black people die all day long on TV. They will publicize it. Yes, we want to watch those things because we say, well, let us see the footage, because then it gets to show what? The world and the country, how racist everything can be towards us, police systems and everything else. I think we already know that enough, y'all. We really do already know that. I don't know if we need to watch more Black bodies die in order to understand that. So I get why we have them want to release this footage, but we have to remember this stuff desensitizes us. And after we're mad for a moment, then we forget about that person and we wait for the next one to happen. We don't usually follow things through. We don't carry through with our anger. We let these things die down. And then we just, when the news brings them back up, this is when we have this information. So I went to the nail shop the other day and I said, hey, let me call my girl Otika. And I get on the phone with her about a week ago. And she's like, you know that they're trying to let, Sean Grayson out of jail. Like, what? And so this Otika is the sister who I went down there to Illinois. She knows Sonya. She worked with her. She knows the family, and she's the one that contacted me to come down there. Shout out to her. She even let me stay with her, and she made me some dinner, and girl, that food was good. And so I appreciate all her hospitality. But I called her up just to say hi, and she said, yeah, they are looking to let him out. And so apparently, you guys, Sean Grayson, he has cancer. I don't know if you guys know this. So he has like a colostomy bag or whatever. And they're saying that, because of his medical services and things like that, that he should be let out until trial. And I don't know about y'all, but how many of y'all have watched Black people be in these situations, or somebody that is not an officer like him, and you get out just because you got cancer? Or a colostomy bag? Like when he go to prison and he get found guilty and he have to go to prison and serve some time, what y'all gonna do then? Every jail has the medical wards, they got nurses and RNs. So I'm not understanding why it is that he needs to go home. So they're talking about releasing him. Now, they are saying that he's going to stay in there at least until January the 5th. Now, the district attorney is appealing all of this, right, to the higher court, saying that he should not be let out because he is a threat to the community. Okay? So they are right about that. He's a threat to the community. So let's just go back a little bit, you guys, right? You don't understand. I'm going to help you understand Sean Grayson, okay? This man should have never been a police officer, okay? He was written up so many times for his conduct, for all of the things that he has done before. This man is problematic and got kicked off of other police forces because of his conduct. The only reason he was a police officer is because of who he knew. Now, his fiance is related. Now, remember, This was maybe word in the street. It's no longer word in the street. If you would like to watch the documentary that we did about her story, you can watch it right here on my YouTube channel. Again, it's only one of the few videos that are up. The community actually clarifies that for us. We talked to some public officials that are there. We talked to a lot of people. So it was definitely confirmed this is not a lie. So he got this job, which is out of order in the first damn place. And his fiance, right, the man that was the sheriff there, he is actually related. He is the father of this woman. Okay, so this is how he got the job. He shouldn't have had the job at all. We all watched this man, and it's sad that we watched it because it continues to desensitize us. I cannot imagine how her family feels to watch this constantly be replayed on TV over and over again. I want y'all to stop for a moment and think about if you had a loved one that was murdered like this, even if they just got into a car accident or something. Do you want to watch the moment of your loved one dying over and over and over again? That I want y'all to understand how her family must feel. To constantly see this be played, to have to relive that. Horrific in itself, right? But we all saw it. We watched this man. We watched him walk into her house. We watched him. First of all, let's talk about that night, okay? He should have never gone into her house. We have a lot of these things that we're not sure. Stuff might be rumor, what's really real and what isn't real, right? So understand that he did not need to come into her house, okay? That when they came there, the thing was there was a prowler outside. She thought they walked around. They wanted to know if she was okay. Now, let me also clarify something else for you about this officer and Sonya, okay? He knew her. Now, this is a small place. Now, when she's on the phone with the police and he's saying, you can go now, the police officer's there, she's going, no, hold on, wait. If you guys paid attention to that, it's in the documentary, she's saying, no, wait. Now, the reason she doesn't want them to get off of the phone with her is because the officers that came to her house are actually in another county. They were not the police in her area. They were not the Springfield police. She did not want Sean Grayson to be there. Now, Sonya did deal with some mental issues. That is true. And she has spent time in the emergency room at the hospital plenty of times because of these situations. This is why you hear her mother call, which is the day before, where you hear her mother say, don't send nobody that's going to be aggressive or racist and hurt her. That's because she was dealing with some paranoia. That's probably why she thought somebody was on the side of her house, and she was dealing with some of those things. Now, they did come the day before, the Springfield police. You will find this out in the documentary. We have officials breaking all of this down to us. They actually came before. Now, they actually have a medical unit that comes out with people. Okay? This is why she had the hospital band on, because she had been taken to the hospital the day before. Okay? They come out with a medical unit, so they sent out a medical unit. They responded in the right way, and everything was fine. Okay? So when Sean Grayson shows up the next day, she doesn't want them there. They're not the police officers from Springfield that are responding to her call. Okay? She doesn't want him there. Sean Grayson's girlfriend, fiance, works at this same hospital that she has been to many times. And the word that cannot be disputed, and most people said that may be the case, is that the word is that Sonya got into it with the fiance the day before. She may have gotten into it with her a lot. I'm a CNA. How many of you are nurses or you've worked at places? Please tell the people in the chat that when you're in a place like that, you work in a certain facility, she's in the emergency room, people come in all the time. You run into the community when you have a small community. Springfield is not as big as you guys think. It really is not. When we were out there, I was surprised to see how small it actually was. But you're going to run into the same people all the time. So I'm sure that Sonya had showed up there. The lady works there. They've had these issues. It's a small place. She done expressed to her fiance, I don't like this lady. We getting into it. She get on my nerves, whatever it is, right? So look at all of this conflict of interest. Look at all of this, y'all. The man wasn't supposed to be the officers responding. She didn't want him there. She was not somebody that was committing a crime. She called as the victim, thinking someone was outside her house. So let's talk about the law. There's no reason they should have even gone into that woman's house. No reason at all. There's no reason anybody should have gone into Sonya's house. Sonya understood who this was. Sonya understood who the fiance was. Sonya did not want that man in her house. You know what we have found as we have gone around in Mississippi and to all of these different places where these issues have taken place with police officers? What they don't really reveal to y'all in the public that you don't get until you actually go there and you talk to the family and the community. What you don't really understand and you don't get unless you're there is that a lot of these officers, if not all of them, that's not a stretch to say all of them so far that we have come across, they actually have had interactions with these people. They knew exactly who they were. They've had problems with them. We went down to Mississippi. These people be harassing these folks. They know who they are. They cause problems. So they be having these odds with them. You get into these smaller places, the same officers are responding to the same thing. They harass these people. They have problems with these people. Sonya knew this officer. Sonya has seen him before. It's a small place. People knew who he was, and he knew who she was. The fiance knew who she was. The fiance had problems with her. And this man comes into her house. And so this can be a little bit more clear for everybody. This is why from the beginning, Sonya didn't even want him in the house. You want to know why she says to him, I took my medication. Do y'all remember that part? Or have we just forgot it? We watched it. It was a blur and we're just waiting for the next one to take place. There's actually been another one that's already taken place. I don't even recall what it is, what state it was in, but the father who called the police to his house, the police come because there's an intruder at his house. They come and shoot him. He's in pajama pants and no shirt, and they shoot him like they don't know he ain't the person that live here, and they completely overlook the motherfucker in the hoodie with a mask on his face. This who you overlook, but you shoot the man with no shirt on and pajama pants. Seemed like to me, off first glance, you should know he's the homeowner. So I don't know, have we forgotten the details of Sonya? If you have, I'm going to remind you tonight, right? So he comes to the door. Why would Sonya say to this man, I took my medicine. She got the wristband on from the hospital. Because she knows them and they know her. For the people who have responded, they already know how to deal with her or some of the issues she may deal with. He knew that too. They already had some bad blood there against each other. So when he comes into her house, he didn't need to be there in the first place. This is why Sonya did not want the people on the phone she was talking to get off. The man on the phone says, well, if they're there, I could go. She go, no, wait a minute. This is why. This is why. And then he tells her to go and get the pot off the stove because he don't want a fire. It's some water on the stove boiling. He sends her over there. You've all seen it. There's a whole wall. He and between them. He's in the living room. There's this whole wall partition in between the kitchen and her living room. And all she simply says to him is, I rebuke you. Because she know he a devil. She already know don't like this man. She done had other interactions with this man and his funky girlfriend. And he pulls out his gun and he says, you better not. I'll shoot you in your effing face. That's when she, okay, I'm sorry. All she said to him was, I rebuke you. He was too far that if she threw the water, it would have got on him. It dang sure wouldn't have killed you. So the police officers are only supposed to use deadly force when deadly force is present. That water wouldn't have killed anybody, even if it got thrown on them. She didn't even make a gesture to throw. I remember some of y'all fools was on YouTube talking about, let's rewatch the video and let's watch it slow. She threw the water at him. Look, she threw the pot. She didn't. And y'all really tried to justify that. She didn't throw no water at that man. And then he shoots her. If you go watch the video that we put together, we show you how when the ambulance gets there, the police chief and all of the officers are there in the house, because when they called the police, do you know that the whole police force showed up thinking that there was an intruder in the house and that the intruder shot her, and they were coming there to search for an intruder? That's what the officers thought, even when they showed up. It's all on the documentary. If you haven't watched it, please go watch the documentary that we put together. It is right here on this channel. So you watch as they come and they go, "Where's the shooter?" And then they say with shock when he says, "I shot her," because I wasn't gonna take a pot of water to the face. He said something real dumb. You can see that all these officers are outside. They're ready to do a manhunt to find this person that's on the loose that has shot this woman in her face in her house. So even when they show up, they are not clear of what happened. And as he's coming outside, we have the whole body cam from it. And you can see the looks on the officers' faces, and everybody's quiet. They're all real quiet and dumbfounded, because what they're really thinking is, "What? You shot her for a pot of water?" Even the officers there are looking at him like, "Are you stupid?" I would tell you, I have never in my life, and I've watched a lot of crime scene camera footage from officers and all these cases that we have gone to look at. And I've never seen the officers react quite like they were reacting to him. I've never seen that. The reaction and the energy of what they're thinking is so thick in the silence, you can feel it from the video. They're all looking at him like, "What?" They're all standing outside, all these lights everywhere. They think they're getting ready to search down a man that has come in this woman's home and shoot her. And you shot her, and you shot her because she had a pot of water. What? That's how they all looking at him. Like, how stupid can you be? They all know, ain't no way you finna get away with this. You ain't nobody finna. What? They are all shocked. And I say all of this to say, even the officers from the very moment didn't know what to say and knew that this man was out of order and that what he was doing was wrong. He is arrested very shortly after that. They don't take no long time. They don't wait, because they know you're not maneuvering out of this. Like, this is ridiculous. You going to jail, bruh. They arrest him fairly quickly. This is the sad part, though. Let me talk about this, because so many of y'all, I'm going to take it to politics for a moment. Because even after he went and he got arrested and he was in jail, and we all felt, okay, they acted quickly. He is arrested. This man going to jail. We thought they was handling it right. But now here they come stating that he should be released, waiting for the trial so that he can do that from home, because he has a colostomy bag and he has cancer. It didn't stop him from taking her life. It didn't stop him from overreacting, for causing problems for everybody in every dang precinct that he ever worked with. So he didn't walk around like a disabled person. You know, I would tell you this, and I have a disabled child. Don't they always walk around talking about disabled people just want to be treated like everybody else? So why is it that every time something like this happens or they get themselves in a bind, everybody want to say, but they disabled? He didn't walk around in the manner that he was disabled. He felt he could be the butthole he was and do whatever he wanted to do. But now we supposed to care because he got some medical issues? No, treat him like everybody else. Now, the political aspect of it, somebody here said they trolling. I don't know what they talking about. I ain't even been looking at the chat. I ain't got time. I'm tired today. Whatever you said, your mama. I don't even know what you're talking about. What is you talking about? Something is wrong with y'all. You must be on the wrong channel, sir. You said, was she messing with Todd or what? Was who messing with Todd? Are you talking about me? Who the fuck is Todd? What are you talking about? Who is Todd? Something be wrong with y'all people. Something seriously be wrong with y'all. Nobody even knows what you're talking about in here. If you're going to troll, can you troll and say something that even makes any sense? Nobody in here knows who Todd is. Nobody knows what you're talking about. It's who messing with Todd. Nobody knows what you're talking about. So if you're going to troll, get better at trolling. Does anybody know who Todd is? We don't even know what you're talking about. You just sound stupid. And if you're not trolling, like you said, I'm not trolling. I'm just asking a question or not. Was our black queen messing with Todd or not? Like, we don't know what you're talking about, but if you want to answer, Mechee, I always give you an answer, but I got to know what the hell you're talking about because I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anybody named Todd, so try another name, baby. I don't know nobody in Sonya Massey cases. You keep saying you're not trolling. Well, who the hell is Todd? What are you talking about even? What are you talking about? What you talking about? Are you really talking about a person named Todd? Or are you talking about, is that like your nickname for a white person? We're confused. You got to get better at trolling. Well, you done said 50 things. All right, I'll ask again. Well, just go ahead and ask and quit saying other things. Just get to the dang point. Who is Todd and who is you talking to? Are you talking to me? Because I don't know nobody named Todd. I don't know what you're talking about. The next thing would be, are you speaking on Sonya Massey? Because if you are, you're disrespectful as I don't know what. Okay? Here we go. Was the black girl together with the Todd that shot her? Wow. Something is really wrong with you. After everything that we have talked about and the way that this case has gone down, what would make you think that she was messing? And his name is Sean Grayson. He is a white man who is a police officer. Why would you even ask that question? And what would that have to do with anything? You are so disrespectful. I hope the ancestors slap the shit out of you tonight in the middle of while you driving and you end up in a ditch with somebody named Todd. Because what you just said is just the most ignorant thing I've ever heard. This woman is dead. Her family is mourning. They are getting ready to let this man out. There is nothing in this case that is ever implied that she was messing with somebody. And this is what you pull out your mouth to say. Anyway, that was the dumbest thing you could have come in here and said. You could have said anything else but that's not funny, nor is it even trolling. It's just idiotic. I don't even know where you would even get that concept from after everything that's been said. Nobody has ever suggested that or asked that question, and then here you come. Leave it up to you, folks. Y'all be on YouTube on something else. Boy, we ain't even got that many people here. It only takes 736 people to get the trolls in the house still. Wow. You know, they don't send out the notifications to everybody else, but them trolls, boy, y'all always get y'all notifications because you definitely trolling asking something stupid like that. Anyway, your mama, we gonna move on. Your mama messing with Todd. That's who messing with Todd, okay? For you to come here and ask something like that. So anyway, let's take it back to the politics of this all though. So now after everything that has happened and we think that this is going to play out, and for once, and I'm going to emphasize the word once, for once, we're finally going to see them actually respond the way that they should, right? They arrested him fairly quickly. He was in there looking stupid. Even on the documentary, we have him in the jailhouse. They put him in the cell. He's walking around. He looked dumb. Go watch it. And you think, I even say on there when I'm narrating, I say at the end, I say, well, Sean Grayson, he's in jail tonight and he's probably going to be there for a very long time. And I was wrong because they're trying to let this man out of jail. They talking about he need to go somewhere because of his condition so he can be there awaiting trial. No. This trial could take up to a year. It could take a long time before a person goes to trial. Trial is not something that happens quickly. People could be going through motions and all kind of stuff. It could be a year or two before trial ever take place. And he get to go sit in his home? I don't think so. Sonya had children that are mourning and are hurt. Sonya has a father. Sonya has a mother. Sonya has brothers and aunties. If you were there and was able to look in their eyes and watch the pain in them people's face, how dare you think that it's okay for him to go home and await trial? No, you send him to the infirmary and you let his behind sit right in jail with anybody else who would have been in that situation. Why? Because he a cop? Because he a cop? You want to give him some advantage? Oh, you could go home. We feel sorry for you. We don't feel sorry for him. We do not. He put himself in that position. You let him change his colostomy bag in that old crappy cell, just like anybody else that will be in jail for this crime. I All of a sudden it's in jail. He ain't never hurt nobody with his crimes but himself. And if he had a colostomy bag, you not letting him come home. My child ain't murdered nobody. Didn't attempt to murder nobody. Nah, I think he should stay where he at. I think this is crazy, right? But politics, y'all. How many of y'all be on here? Because somebody had the nerve to go on to the documentary when I put it up that we did about the situation. You can look in the comment section and see in the comments in there, somebody was like, and Mechee love her some Trump, and he about to give all the police officers immunity. I can't believe her, shaking my head. I want to say to whoever keeps saying it in my chat, your mama too, and your daddy. We can add your greasy granny and grandpa to it if you want to, the whole family, your kids if you got some, and your spouse, okay? I just want to say that to y'all. Again, let me make my point for all of y'all that are slow. I want these immigrants gone. There are certain things that I want to see happen. I didn't vote for anybody, right? But when we talk about either political party, there's going to be some things they're going to do you agree with, and some things they ain't going to agree with. If Biden and Kamala want to wipe away my student loan, I agree with that. Okay, wonderful, right? But then there's things they do that I'm not agreeing with. But I'm going to tell y'all again, y'all don't want to contend with these immigrants, not the ones that are here now. And the way that they're flooding, you are all getting replaced. I'm not going to get into the depths of that tonight because we're going to talk about the immigrants because so much more is still going on with them, especially in New York. But we're not going to have that conversation here. We're going to do that later on MX Network. So make sure you get your free subscription. But I'm going to say this again. Y'all sound stupid talking about Trump going to give police immunity. First of all, I find it interesting that all of the politicians that get up there and talk for so many years, this is our rhetoric that we'll say. We'll say politicians promise you they're going to do all kind of stuff, but then when they get in there, you can see that they can't do everything they promise you. How many times y'all defended Obama like that? Y'all said Obama made promises and whatever he didn't do for us is because he got into the White House and he can't do everything because he's the president. He got a lot of opposition. So it was a lot of stuff he wasn't able to do because as the president, you can't always do everything you say you're going to do. It's funny how that works when you're talking about Obama, who did more damage to Black America and our society than I even care to get into right now. Okay. But how come y'all ain't up here saying the same thing about Trump? He the president, but he can say what he wants to say. There's some stuff he done put out there that you can laugh at because if you understand civics and you know what's going on, you already know he can't implement that stuff. Right now, he just talking. Everything he say he gonna do, we know he can't do. But let me take this conversation to a whole nother level. You about to give all these police immunity. I want to cuss so bad right now, but I am trying to keep my composure because this is YouTube, and this is why I will not be having no more conversations on here this week because I'm going to say what I want to say and how I want to say it. But right now, I'm going to do this YouTube style. We're going to do this the YouTube way, okay? I want to call y'all a bunch of names. Beep, 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 beep. Let me tell you something, okay? Police officers already have immunity. Name to me in the chat as much as you fire off that stupid statement and name to me all the officers and let's see if we can beat more than one hand. Let's see if we can even fill up one hand. Officers have unjustly murdered somebody and didn't get immunity anyway. Name them. Name them now. You always got some smart stuff to say in my comment section. Name them for me. Because I'm tired of y'all crying about stuff that ain't an issue because it's already an issue. We don't need Trump to do anything. Police already get immunity for everything they do. Name me the officers that are going to prison for their unjust acts and they are serving a righteous sentence. Name them. It's so sad to watch Black people in this state of emotion and confusion with no logic. Stop talking to me about women don't got no logic and men do. No, being stupid, running all genders, men and women. And as Black people, we are real emotional and don't think before we open our mouths when it comes to politics. And a lot of other things, but we just gonna talk about politics right now. This man, Sean Grayson, did everything he did in our face. There is no reason this man should not be in jail. He is in jail now, but we should not even be having the conversation about him getting sent home or while he awaits his trial. That should not even be a conversation that's being had. But this is America, baby. I'm not surprised. Name all of the names of everybody that has been murdered and then tell me which one of their officers are in prison right now serving a life sentence for murder. You can't name them, so shut up. You're going to name one? You're going to name one? You're going to name two. That's it. Even the lady that shot Botham Jean, he got forgiven by the family like some dummies. They stood in there hugging her, talking about Jesus will want us to forgive you. They stupid. But anyway, how many years she got? 4 or something? The hell probably she already home, ain't she? Oh, what y'all gonna name the officer that kneeled on George Floyd's neck? One. Name me another one. You can't. You can't. So why are you up here crying about immunity and the president actually trying to enact something that he doesn't have the power to enact? But the question would be, it's already here. There's no law for it. We don't need the president to pass nothing. It's in the fabric of our country and our society. It is a unspoken rule that already exists. And I wanted to put effing on there, but I told y'all I'm trying to talk right. You notice my sign ain't even showing. I'm trying to be right tonight. It is a law that is already unspoken in the fabric of this country. Oh, he wants to bring back stop and frisk. Can I explain something to you about stop and frisk, everybody? I want you to know that it is an unspoken law and a rule that is already embedded in the fabric of this country. Before stop and frisk was ever even here, do you know that there has been statistical studies that have been done on police officers and when they deal with races of people? Do you know that a police officer, when they have to meet a quota for tickets, when they need to pull people over, when they think people are suspicious and they stop them for reasons, they automatically by studies will do this to Black people more than anybody else. And it doesn't matter the race of the officer. Studies prove this. You could be a Black officer. Doesn't matter that you're Black. When a police officer is patrolling a freeway, you see them cars going up and down the road and they're waiting to pull out on somebody. When they finally decide who they're going to pull out on, it's usually a Black person. Stop and frisk is an unspoken rule that already exists in this country. It's called driving while Black. It's called walking while Black. You know how many Black people get pulled over because they say you the suspect, and the suspect 5'6", had on a hoodie and it was orange. My shirt ain't even a hoodie. It's just a sweatsuit and I'm 5'4", man. What is you talking about? But by the time they get done, ringing on your neck, telling you to sit down, now it's escalated, turned into something else when you don't look nothing like the suspect at all. You can go back and study. How many times did we watch white men murder their wives? How many times did we watch Todd murder Becky? Since we want to bring up a Todd in the chat today, here we go for the trolls. How many times we watched in our history a Todd murder his Becky because he didn't want to give up half, and he wanted her life insurance policy so he could share it with Samantha, the secretary he's been messing around with for the past year. And not only did he want to get rid of Rebecca, he wanted to murder her while she was pregnant because he didn't want to have to deal with another child. And so he killed her, and the first thing he tell the police is it was a Black man. True cases. Go look them up. Susan Smith, thank you, Shay. The white woman. It was a Black man. He stole my car. Society says if you understand the study of criminals and you have ever looked this up, even when it comes to people who are serial killers or who murder and kill folks, you know that they will choose Black people, prostitutes, and groups of folks that are less believable. In society, they throw everything on Black people. You need Trump to make it a rule for you to have you been in denial that these things exist? All right. If you don't know who else to blame it on, just blame it on a black man. We have the Asian officer who sexually assaulted, oh my God, I don't even know the number, tons of black women as a police officer. Now, he went to jail, and when they asked him why he did it, do y'all remember what he said? He did it to the black women because he knew they would be least likely to be believed. Nobody was going to listen to these black women. These are facts. So I'm going to say it now once again. Maybe you can understand what I meant when I said I would rather contend with things we already have been fighting. I'd rather keep fighting the police for not getting prosecuted the way that they should, because this is a fight we've already been fighting. We know how to fight this fight. We have been fighting this fight since the slave patrol became the police. We have been fighting the fight of racism in law enforcement ever since we've been here. And they told us, our own FBI study told us that white supremacists and organizations have infiltrated the police force across this country. Not one, not two. These motherfuckers have a whole list of the top 10 police departments that have the most corruption. How do you know who's the most corrupt and you ain't even done nothing about it? I mean, somebody just help me out with that. Help me out with it. We already know this. So, again, as Black people in this country, I will take fighting battles that we have already been fighting. We know what to expect. We already know what that's like, than to contend and fight with something that we have no idea what it's going to do to us, and we have no idea how to fight it or to approach it. We as Black people in this country do not need something else on our plate to have to fight. And I'm telling you now, you have to fight racism. You do not want to fight the immigrant situation. The immigrants are replacing you. See, it was different when they let them in here and they were in the sanctuary cities, and it's a bunch of Mexicans in Texas, and it was certain groups that was here. Now we have groups from everywhere. You got the Venezuelans, and you should be worried about the Venezuelans. You know where they are? In the ghetto. They're in the hood. They in your hood. Black people, they posted up with guns. Where they get all these guns from? You an immigrant. You can't get your citizenship, but you got a gun? What the? Maybe you should open your eyes and your ears and watch some news. To the Black people in Chicago who have had their homes be broken into with home invasions by 2 or 3 Trinde and Agro, whatever the heck they call themselves, Venezuelan gang members. Maybe you should go check the news for all of the gang members that robbed over 7 gun stores in the Colorado area. Taking over apartment complexes. Maybe you should look at the other immigrants who will come into your ghetto, and them abandoned, boarded up houses. They will move in them because they come from the slums. They don't care if the house don't work, if the water don't run. They will get in there, they will fix some things up, and then they will claim squatters' rights. And you gonna look at your whole Black neighborhood gonna turn into an immigrant neighborhood. And then they are going to raise your taxes, because they are already talking about this in Chicago. They are raising house taxes. So that means for all the Black people who own their homes and you think you're safe from gentrification because you're usually used to it by white people, well, guess what? Now you're going to be gentrified by the immigrants, because they're going to raise your house taxes. This is what they do. And then when you can't pay the taxes, even though Black people have paid off their homes and they own their homes, but when you can't pay them high property taxes that are too high for the cost of what your house is even worth, then guess what? You're going to lose your house for the tax cost. And you know who's going to come buy your house for the tax cost? Them immigrants, because they getting $4,500 to beg them to leave the shelter. They're going to pay you almost 5 G's to leave the shelter. The last time I checked, majority of homeless people are Black people, 38, 39%. It's almost half of them. And out of that, plenty of them are veterans. Now, they can't go to a shelter and then get $5,000 to leave, but they fought for this country. Don't be an immigrant and go to a shelter if you're homeless. They're going to kick you out in the morning, and they're not going to give you any money to leave. They're going to kick you out, and if you don't want to leave, they're going to call police on you, and you might end up dead if you're a Black man. I'm just saying. Or a Black woman. These people are getting home loans that your beloved Kamala wanted to give to them even more. You know that first-time home buyer program, that $25,000, that was for immigrants. You can be a non-citizen, not have any citizenship, not have no social security number. You ain't built up no credit, so there's no credit check. If you don't believe me, I mean, we talked about it enough. Go and Google home loans for immigrants. They have all these groups. You can get a home loan under the pretense that you're seeking asylum. Well, be a Black woman getting your ass beat. See, you on YouTube. I'm trying to be good. Be getting your ass beat by your husband at home and you running off and you need some help. You running for asylum too because you need to save your life. And I bet you they're not going to give you no home loan. So they ain't been here but a year or two. They're going to get a home loan. And that home loan that they get is going to be so small because they're going to take that money that they got and they're going to pay that taxes on your house once you get a tax lien on it. And then the city going to take your house for $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 because you can't pay these taxes. Times is hard. Black folks is losing their job. Unemployment rate is high again, baby. I thought you said that Biden brought the unemployment rate down real, real low. You know, y'all love to tell that lie. Well, when Trump was in office, the unemployment rate was real high. Yeah, it was COVID. Nobody had a job. Y'all sound crazy. It was COVID. Nobody had a job. Yeah, we know. Unemployment going up. So when them Black folks can't pay them couple $1,000s on taxes, you know, gonna come along, and Nicaragua, whatever their names is, they about to have your house. They about to pay for $5,000 worth of taxes, and they're gonna get that little bit of money and they're gonna fix it up and they're gonna be homeowners. The American dream that they keep telling you publicly is fast fading in that they're building tiny homes for you. They're building you prison houses. Now, if you are from New York, maybe you don't care, but baby, I can't live in a closet. My kids have moved out. I have one child left at home and I have a room. My son got his own office. He got a room and he got an office. I got a room and I got an office. And in my room, I got a living room. And then I got a real living room downstairs. And then I got a garage that's made up like a whole nother room. You know what I'm saying? Then there's another bedroom and there's 3 bathrooms around this mug. I'm not living in no jail cell if I ain't in jail. They building tiny houses. You know who they building them for? You. So you can afford it. Okay, so they're about to kick you out all of your other stuff. They gonna have all the houses in your neighborhood, and you're going to be living in a tiny home, a fancy jail cell. I'm not living in no tiny home. You go ahead and live in a tiny home. You go ahead and live in that jail cell. I will not be with you. I'm not even gonna come visit you. You just stay in jail by yourself. I'm not coming there. Okay. If you're my friend, don't call me talk about, girl, I just bought a tiny home. You want to come over? No, it's tiny. I'm a big girl. Where I'm going to sit. The name of your home doesn't even fit me. I'm not coming. Okay? No. And y'all okay with this? You wonder why they building tiny home communities? For you. Because they about to give these other neighborhoods away. So again, you want to contend with that? AI's coming. Y'all all about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. This is why y'all need to be at the Xyayx fair, because them babies, and this is why you need to support them at that expo, because these babies are going to have a job in the future. My son came in here the other day. He said, Mom, we're building a project, and I won't tell you too much, but I heard my son in there. He has these study groups, and he's the head in one of them, and he's giving all of these kids the coding that they need to make their projects that they're creating. And he told me about the project that he's creating, which is an amazing thing. I'm gonna let him tell y'all about it. He'll be online describing what he's creating, at the Expo this weekend coming up. But he's like, so I need 5 coding to build what I'm going to build. 5 different codings, Mom. So I'm gonna put it in there. He talking to me. I don't understand nothing, but my heart is so full of joy because I'm like, this boy is so smart. He is so smart. My son gonna have a job in the future because he don't need to work at McDonald's or Taco Bell because those jobs will not be available anymore. They will not be available anymore. The future is tech. The future is AI. And if you don't know how to run AI, make money online, or work for somebody online, because you don't know how to do online work for businesses, like how to run social media pages, how to, be people's assistant, you know what I'm saying? Their virtual assistant. You don't know how to build websites. You don't know how to do all of these different things with AI. You don't know how to code nothing. You don't know how to build no apps. You're not going to have no job. You're not going to be making no money. You can either have a job online or you can make money online. But that is the new economy, online. And I ain't talking about social media. I'm talking about online. That's not just Instagram and Facebook. In my boot camp, we learned that. You're not going to have no money. That's why you're going to be in them little tiny ass houses. You know who's going to have all the money? The companies are going to be buying AI. You will not have a job anymore. Okay? And that's across the board. All industries, even in the hospital. Robots will be, and when I say robots, I mean laser arms and things like that. They're going to say they're more precise. They will be creating surgery. There might be one person in the room with them, but it won't be a whole staff no more. So everything from that all the way down to serving food, those jobs are gone, and everything in between. And for what jobs will be left, you know who's going to work them? The immigrants. I don't know about y'all, but I've been fighting police and the situations and the thing that happened since I was born. That's our way of life here in America. That's what we do. We fight racism, we deal with it, and not that it's right, but that's a war that I'm used to. We deal with racism in systematic ways all the time. That is a fight that I am used to. I don't want to fight a new fight. As Black people, we have enough enemies in this country. I don't need another enemy to have to fight, because these immigrants are not your friends. They are here to take your place. So again, shut up crying to me about Trump's immunity. That's like saying Trump gonna bring back racism. Baby, when did it ever leave? Where did it go? When did we not have racism? Please be quiet. Y'all sound ridiculous. You are going to have a fight no matter who is in the White House. You are going to have stuff that you don't like. So I'll use y'all term, even though I didn't vote for nobody. But when I found out Trump won, I was happy, because the first, I'm just waiting for him to get in the office. I'm about to get some shirts. I ain't even going to sell them. They're going to be free. Order yours. It's going to have 1-800, the ICE number on it. Whatever it is, I'm just put the number on there. It's going on the back. It's going to say, see an immigrant, make the call. I'm laughing, but I'm so serious. I'm putting the number on the front, and I'm gonna put the saying on the back. I'm not playing. I'm gonna get in my car and I'm gonna film it. We're gonna be live on YouTube. We're gonna have a whole series talking about turning these immigrants in. I'm just gonna go around like storm chasers. I'm gonna chase the immigrants and I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna say it's a couple here on the corner. It's one she begging in front of. Is she right here begging in front of the grocery store? Yep, it's her and 2 little ones. Yep. I'm gonna tell them I got a job for them. I'm gonna rent a truck. I'm gonna tell them all, come on, I got work for y'all. I got work. I'm gonna put them in a truck. I'm gonna drive them right to the immigration office. I'm not playing. I'm gonna sell shirts and I'm gonna do content called Immigrant Chasers. We're gonna put a whole nother shut up, We're gonna have a whole nother section on this channel. Rounding them up, buddy. Let's go. Y'all, I'm gonna find out the application, because they're gonna be hiring at ICE, and some of y'all gonna need some work. They're gonna be hired for overtime. They are definitely gonna do that. Okay, so get in there, get you some extra money till they round them up. You need about a year. You might be here for, you might have a job for about a year. Them temporary jobs, they just need you for a little while and they let you go. Like when all the deliveries go up at Christmas time, you work for UPS and then they let you go. So, but I'm going to get the information. I'm going to share it. I'm always trying to help the community make some money, figure out these things. I'm going to get the application process for you guys and I'm going to post the link. And I'm laughing, I'm smiling, but I am dead. I'm dead serious. I'm not playing. So for me, no matter who in the White House, I try to find a thing I can be happy about. I couldn't find out one thing to be happy about with Kamala though. Kamala, whatever her name is. Nothing she could have did would have made me happy. I don't like her at all. So I'm glad about some things that Trump is doing. I don't know about everything he's doing. I don't care nothing about what he's doing. I don't care about, but I'm glad he getting the immigrants out of here. I'm ecstatic about that. Give me my country back. Okay. We still got plenty to fight, but that's one less thing that we have to fight. Y'all ought to feel real disrespected how they just give away y'all money like that. You should. Y'all should feel some type of way, and I'm surprised that you don't. For those of y'all that do not, you don't care about how they have given all of our money away, how you out here hurting, and you one person, you get $200 in food stamps a month, and they giving $3,000 to Jorge Alejandra and Quadreo and whatever the heck their name is. That's crazy. That is crazy. Okay? And y'all don't even care. This comes from your tax dollars. And you don't even care. I care. They ain't got that kind of money for. How much money they gave away to these immigrants now? They could pay us reparations, y'all. I'm just saying, let that think in your head tonight when you go to sleep. All the money that they have given up to the immigrants, they could have gave Black folks some reparations. I want you to think about that. They built these shelters. They could have built us some schools. They built all these shelters. They could have made us some better hospitals. They giving away houses. They could have gave us all a house. It's called record. We didn't get the 40 acres in the mill. Give me a house. They could have offered to give all of us houses and no money down. And they had that program. You hear about them immigrants? They got into the house and they don't even got to pay the loan back unless they sell the house or they pass it over to somebody. Why they couldn't give us no house like that with no credit check, no nothing, just because you're Black, you get the house? The answer is yes. Why they ain't do that for us? And y'all in here acting like it's not a big deal because they done fear-mongered you. I ain't worried about police having immunity because we can look at Sean Grayson today and we can see, well, dang, even when we thought they got it right, they still got it wrong because they trying to send this man home. After one of the most, I've seen a lot of police killings. We've all seen them publicized everywhere. But come on, y'all. Like, this has got to be one of the most, are you serious? Like, we have seen some ridiculous stuff. Yes, we have. She rebuked him, y'all. She's on the other side of a wall partition. She has a pot of water. I have never in my existence of all the racism that I've ever seen and lived through in this country, I have never seen anybody justify killing somebody over a pot of water. And if this man can go home while he's waiting on his trial, I just want you to get off the political train and wake up and remember, you're in America. Trump can't help this place be more racist than it already is. Okay? I will keep y'all informed, you guys. I didn't mean for it to work out this way, but apparently my page right now is a Sonya Massey page. Shout out to Sonya's family. I'm going to play a video for you guys really quickly before we get out of here. It's just a news clip. It's her father speaking about how he feels. Again, I deleted all of my videos that are on here, and the only ones I left happen to be the community meeting with Sonya, the event that they had for Sonya, one of them that we were at, and the documentary we did about her, and then tonight's video. So this has turned out to be the only thing that's on this page is Sonya Massey. So, you know, go watch those things if you have not. I want to send love out to her family and her friends and Otika. If any of you guys are watching, like some of us are watching this from a distance, but to be in the presence of people who really cared about her and are dealing with this tragedy, that's a whole different thing to have to sit in that and watch their energy, you know, and feel it and listen to the stories of what kind of a good friend she was and all of these things that they knew about her. That's in a documentary. Go watch it. We had some really beautiful moments of people who talked about the kind of mother she was and what kind of a friend she was and things of that nature. And so I will keep you guys abreast. I have to use proper words here tonight. I will keep you all abreast of the situation. There are protests that have already gone on. I will tell you now that if he does go home, We're probably gonna find out where Sean Grayson lives, and he's not gonna sleep comfortably. I'm not down with the street protest. Y'all already know that. I don't go out to, protest in front of the city hall and march down the street and all that. I'm not doing none of that. We've done that before. It don't get us nowhere. But I am always down. I'm down, like all capital word down. Okay, I'm down to go to the mayor's house when he don't want to listen. We've done a couple of those, right? I'm down to go to the police chief house. You ain't gonna rest the night, and neither is your neighbors. Now they arrest you sometimes. You gotta be ready to go to jail in them cases. Okay, so just know that if you want to come out there with us, usually go stand in front of us. Now if it's enough of us, they can't do nothing about it, right? But if it's only like a group of like 10 of us, they might take you to jail for being loud in these people's neighborhood after a certain time of night. But I believe in you not being comfortable where you rest your head. And even after we leave, your neighbors is going to be upset about the discontent and all of the stuff that you have brought to their community. So even when you go outside, you're going to have to catch the side eye of your neighbor. And if they don't arrest us and we do it one night, brother, we coming back the next night and the next night and the next night. You know what I'm saying? We get some snacks and pack it on up right there in the middle of the street. You go home if you want to. I'll see you at your address, Sean. I will see you soon, bruh. So we're going to keep you abreast of what's going on. There are protests going on. People are upset. I'm not saying these protests won't help. If you go out in front of the jail, they might see that it's enough outrage that, no, maybe we might not do this. We might not want to let him out. So it has not been finalized yet. The district attorney is appealing the decision. So we know that he's going to at least be there until January the 4th or the 5th. They'll tell us on this news report that we're going to watch here in a minute, you guys. But so we know he's not going nowhere until then. We will find out what is going to happen as I am in touch with the people in Springfield. If there are protests and things that are going on, for those of you that are in the area, I will let you know. Again, a lot of people are not talking about this story right now, so I know they're not spreading the information on the protests and stuff. They've already had a couple. My understanding from the people there is that it wasn't a very large turnout, but I think that's because when it first happened, the nation was talking about it. Not enough of us are talking about it. So it's not on social media, it's not on Instagram. Nobody's talking about this conversation. So I will keep you guys abreast of what is going on. So I will give you the information. So if you guys are in the area, I know there are quite a few of you that are on these lives that are in the area. If you guys want to go and participate, for me, I will not be going down there just yet. We are going to wait and find out what is actually happening. And if he don't get out, great. I'll let you know that. If he do, that's when I'm coming to Illinois. But till then, I will let you know what's going on in your area. So let me play this video, you guys, in honor of Sonya and her family, just so that we can let them have a say about how they feel about all of this, okay?
I never wanted to join this club, but I'm still going to be standing with other families that have experienced the kind of hurt that I'm experiencing right now.
He wants the man charged with his daughter's murder to stay behind bars, but the justice system may have different plans. Good evening. I'm Brandon Morano.
And I'm Karina Rubio. Tomorrow marks 5 months since former Sangamon County Sheriff's Deputy Sean Grayson shot and killed Sonya Massey in her home. He's charged with her murder and has been in jail since he was arrested, but an appellate court ruled Grayson should be released pre-trial with restrictions. Our Capitol Bureau Chief Cole Hinkey sat down with Massey's father to talk about the last 5 months and what it would mean to them if Grayson was released pre-trial.
Wilburn speaks to a crowd about his daughter's death. He projects a righteous anger fit for a furious father.
Until a undertaker puts some embalming fluid in this body, I'm going to fight to keep my daughter's killer in a jail cell.
But when he's alone, the reality truly sets in.
It's that time when I'm alone that I really meditate on our conversations.
It's been 5 months since former Sangamon County Sheriff's Deputy Sean Grayson shot and killed Wilburn's daughter, Sonya Massey, in her own home. Grayson has sat in jail since that time, detained pre-trial under the Safety Act. But now Wilburn has to grapple with the idea that Grayson could be released pre-trial.
Like, will it ever make sense?
An Illinois appellate court ruled against Sangamon County State's Attorney John Milheiser's argument that Grayson would be a threat to the public if released.
If these 3 appellate court justices think that Sean Grayson is not a danger to society, move him into their house. Let's see if their wife and kids will allow him to move and live in their house with them.
Wilburn currently lives in Arkansas. He's made the trip back to Springfield several times since Massey's death. But when Wilburn leaves town, the voices don't die down. Massey's other relatives are continuing the fight.
I think will hurt my auntie real bad. So I'm just asking to do anything to not let him out of jail.
Wilburn doesn't see his own distance from the city as a detriment because he doesn't see this as an isolated issue. He wants change nationwide. He and the rest of the Massey family have been clear they won't give up until they have it.
Those are the kinds of things that I've dedicated my life to make those kind of changes, whatever it takes.
Reporting in Springfield, I'm Cole Hankey.
Well, that is what her father had to say. Of course, that's how he feels. I would say that man is there for a lot of stuff. He does not live there in town, and all of those faces, if you have been there, are very familiar ones of their family. You see the same family members there standing and speaking and being at all of the events. And so the rallies and stuff like that. And so I just want to send some love out to their people and, you know, the family and the friends of her that are there. Again, we don't know. We will wait and we will see what happens. I will keep you guys updated on all of that information. Please share this video and spread the word. Again, I just think there are not enough people talking about it. Some people said that I don't think that he will get out, but I will tell you this. There are ways to try and make sure that that doesn't happen, right? And one is that if we make some noise. Again, I do not believe in all the protesting at certain things in certain times, but right now, the fact that he is in there, I do think that an upcry from the community to let them know we have not forgot. It can cause some problems. We might be out here protesting again. It's dangerous to put this man on the streets because you're going to upset the community. That's going to start a whole nother issue for y'all to have to deal with unless you want people to come out in full force like they were in the beginning. Things like that do actually change the trajectory of what happens when we're talking about political things. And trust me, when we're talking about politics, courts are very involved in politics. The Supreme Court and appeals and all of these things. He's an officer. This is a very political situation. And so in situations like this, making noise can definitely make all of the difference, right? I wish, and I don't know, I'll keep you updated. I'll try and find out if we can actually write some letters. We do have our system I'm always waiting to use where we can write the body of the email. All of you can go onto the link. You can simply sign it with your information and your state so that they can see this is coming from all over the place. And maybe we can send it as well as the district attorney appealing. Maybe the judge, it's them that are overlooking the situation. We can let them know, don't play with us. She not in this alone. Neither is her family. We have not forgotten. So if I can do that, we will figure that out and we will just wait and see what happens and do our part. I think this is the time to make noise now versus when he gets out. I do think our noise can make a difference right now. But I will tell you again, because people are not talking about this and speaking with the folks there, they have had protests, but if you notice, they didn't show the protest on the news. They said other people are outraged too, but there was nothing to show because they have been very small. There aren't a lot of people there, but I just think it hasn't been publicized enough. Okay. So with that said, you guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I am not going to keep y'all any longer. I did not plan on keeping y'all long anyway. I do want to say shout out to Ramel for the Cash App that you sent. Shout out to you always sending a Cash App. So I want to thank him for that. And then other than that, you guys make sure, shout out E7. Thank you. E7 be blessing me over here on MX Network, y'all. E7 ain't say nothing. E7 just sent me $100. Thank you, E7. I appreciate that. So thank you for that donation. And thank you to Ramel for the Cash App that he sent. I will definitely keep you guys updated on what's going on. Please go to the bottom of this video in the description and look at all of the links and everything that is down there for all of the stuff that we have talked about, you guys, that we have coming up. I do have more lives, but they will be on MX Network. We're not going to do them over here. So you're probably not going to see me over here this week. If you do, well, it's not a problem. You won't. If you do see a video that's set, it's just going to be so that it can have a video in there to tell you guys to come over to MX Network. That's where we'll be having. Remember, you can come get your free subscription, okay? On Tuesday, we will be having the video about survival, bug in bag, bug out bag. I will be giving you guys the whole list, paperwork, so that you guys can, you know, do your own preparedness plan with your family. We're going to talk about how you go over that, how you create that, how you put together your bug in and bug out bags and what they are, right? So we're going to go over that. That'll be on Tuesday. If not Monday, you guys, I haven't said it yet. I have to wait and see how my day plays out tomorrow. But if not, I'll be back tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then on Wednesday, we are going to definitely talk about TD Xyayx and these allegations against him, you guys. We're going to actually listen to the accusations from the person who is making them, okay? Which may give us some idea why he over there trying to fall out like Sanford and Son talking about Elizabeth, I'm coming. So yeah, we're going to have that conversation. All right. And then of course, we're going to talk some more about the immigrant situation. There's a lot going on in New York. I'll be in New York. I should go down there and see if I could interview some of them immigrants while I'm down there. But anyway, we'll be talking about that later on this week. So check out the descriptions in the bottom of the video, you guys. There's lots down there. We have a class coming up. The boot camp is on, the next boot camp is January the 5th that it starts. And there is a class that is not a whole boot camp, that is much more affordable, that is going to teach you how to make money in 3 different ways that don't cost you nothing to get started, okay? I did go over those in the boot camp at the beginning. And again, like I said, people have already made money from those ways. It costs you nothing to get started. And we're going to go through how you do that. The class is going to be at least 2 hours. Anywhere it might go into 3 hours, but it just depends. I will answer all your questions, and that's what the depend is on, right? I'm getting into teaching, but if you have any questions for me, I answer everybody's question that is in the chat to make sure that you have an understanding. And so bring a pen and a paper. You do get a discount off right now for the rest of this week. That will be going away Sunday, and the class is next weekend. It's on a Saturday. There will be a replay for you guys, okay? And go and get your subscriptions at MX Network, even if it's just a free one, so that we can have these conversations uncensored and you will actually get your notification, unlike YouTube. All right, y'all. So I'm out of here. Y'all have a good night. Like this video, share this video, and meet me on MX Network for the rest of this week. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good night.